Live from Eorzea.
Limit Break. With your hosts, Unhero.
Now behold the horror you have wrought.
Kahlo.
I said don't take your clothes off.
Juxtaposition.
I don't get it.
Ascalia.
Holy shit, totally forgot about him.
And Mika.
Oh my god.
LimitBreakRadio.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Limit Break Radio, episode number 14, Epic 14.
I get it, because Final Fantasy 14!
We are here live in Eorzea. Thank you for joining us. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Aniro Grigori, and I am joined today by my co-host, Kahlo Landis. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
I'm also joined by Juxtaposition.
Complete with a new mic arm that you cannot hear whatsoever.
Yeah, that's exciting.
It's like very exciting.
New equipment is always exciting.
I'm so hard right
And
now, guys. Jeez, image
gross.
we did not need.
Gross. Also joining us, Ascalia Ryumasa. How you doing?
What's up, guys?
Hi.
Hi.
Sup, guys is not really being terribly interactive. But okay.
No, don't worry about it. We'll get there.
All right.
We'll get there.
All right. And also joining us is Nika Kyanian. How you doing?
Pretty good. What's up?
Hi.
Hi.
So we are here today to talk a lot of exciting things about Final Fantasy XIV. A Realm Reborn has officially wrapped up. And that's it, guys.
Now a Realm Infant.
It's
The realm has been born.
2.0 is done.
it is official.
We beat the game.
Yeah, we beat Final Fantasy XIV.
When does the Final Fantasy 15 podcast begin?
That's
That's a horrible thought.
I
Yuck.
don't think I want any part of that. Gross. So here we are. We're in Korthus today. Given the status of
How did they find us already?
of all of us in the three and really just Ul'dah. So we're trying to get out of the clusterfuck that is Ul'dah.
Yeah.
And so we're making temporary homes in Korthus. So thank you for joining us. If you'd like to join us live, we're on, of course, the Sargentana server, and we're in the Observatorium pub. So we hope that you'll join us live. It's we're going to be talking about all of A Realm Reborn's story plot lines, and in fact, we've got a special guest that's going to be joining us here today on the show. His name is Aethys Asher, and he does a seriously awesome set of YouTube videos. You can just go to YouTube and search Aethys Asher and find his great run of YouTube videos. But we definitely highly recommend them, and he's going to be joining us in part 2 to have a big spoilery story discussion. So if you haven't gotten through the storyline, which come on,
Yeah,
Come
hurry
on.
the hell up.
Even douchebag Kyle over there's got it done. So
Yeah.
you know what? Get it done.
yeah,
Just call him a douchebag.
I don't know if you realize this, but Juxta's kind of an asshole. That's his thing.
No, kind of
That-
an awesome. That's the way you're trying to say.
That's his shtick.
Hey, where's your Blood for Blood? Have you got that yet? Have you got that?
Did you get Blood for Blood
All
yet?
right, you didn't.
First of all,
Oh my god,
First of all,
Wow.
fail.
since the patch
Fail.
has dropped, I have literally had 1 day off.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's your
okay.
day.
Which
There's your day.
Can you turn his mic off for just a second?
No,
please?
I don't think I
You're
can.
a
He's making
dick.
good points.
Justified.
He's making good
Justified.
points.
And
Justified.
I used it to beat the fucking storyline so that I didn't get everything spoilered by you guys. And also, by the way, since we're on the show, I'm going to mention the 2 jobs joke in 2 weeks, dead.
Yeah, but that's in
No,
it's
it's-
2 weeks. I mean,
Yeah, well, like, yeah, this-
No.
but until then,
It's two jobs.
I'm just
but
saying,
until
I'm saying-
two jobs.
Two jobs.
because I left one of the other jobs.
9.5 jobs.
I'm down to 1 job now.
Two jobs.
Two jobbers.
Two jobs.
Nika, Mommy and Daddy are arguing. What is going on here?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of tension in the room.
Says the guy who just sat there and like helped to stoke
You
the fire.
instigated it.
You're an instigator.
Don't help. I got this on my own. Okay.
All right, fine.
Go back to your corner.
You're the one that's in the corner.
You're in the corner.
Well, you're in a corner too.
You both are in corners.
At least I have a window view.
At least I have monitors. I have power.
Oh, is that what you think you have?
Yeah, I got lots of power.
Because
You douchebag.
Yeah, fuck you douchebag.
because you can drop drops.
Because I can drop the drops like a dropper droppers does.
Jeez. Okay, so
Well, then.
wow. Guys,
So
it's everything.
Kahlo Landers, everyone.
That's the stupidest name I've ever heard.
har har.
Har har har.
I feel like like not everything is right in
Yeah, you're
the
right.
house
We
of-
have an intern on the show
Cal Juxta.
with a mic. That's what's wrong.
Be sad and butthurt.
Be sad and butthurt.
He does have you on the drops, dude.
Because
can't really do
because he
anything.
finally wanted some responsibility, so we gave him the one thing he couldn't fuck up. Good job. You didn't fuck it up.
Okay, hold on.
Round of applause.
I can totally fuck this up. Thank you very much. And for starters, I haven't fucked up yet.
Well, I don't know. You're not
Today.
Okay, today. Fine. I'll give you today. So welcome to Limit Break Radio. I'm not sure what's going on with these two, but we've got a great show for you today. Coming up, we're going to be talking about the live letter. That's what we're going to be talking here in part one. And back by popular demand, we're going to see the return of the limit breaking music segment in part three. So we hope that you'll stick around all day. We're going to be here like all fucking day.
Yep, as is par for the course.
Yeah. So this, it stands to mention that this is one of the last 3-part episodes that we will ever do. Of course, episode 15 slated to be our last weekly episode, and
Last monthly episode.
the final trilogy.
last monthly episode, I mean that feels pretty good, guys. I got to admit, I'm excited to go weekly, and
It's cool, but then that means that I have to drive down here with this asshole every single weekend.
You have to drive. Who drives?
Sorry,
Who
ride
drives?
down here with this
Yeah.
asshole every single weekend.
Yeah, okay, exactly.
Okay.
This vitriol is usually both like directed at me. What's going on
Your
here?
face is vitriol.
That's not even
There
a
we
word.
go. At least
Face is not a word.
I mean, I could just bring up the point that both of you actually have cars independent of one another and could drive down separately if you want, but okay.
Yeah, drive down separately.
You guys should be grateful you could actually be there, because I wish I could be there.
Oh my God, Nika. Not everything is
So-
about you, okay? You don't even have a
Be
chair.
grateful for what you have.
Yeah, she can be here, guys. She doesn't have to drive. Yeah, she's always the last one to show up in-game to the studio or wherever we're recording. Can you explain that?
Because you have to log in and get to the studio before you leave.
You could log
Hours
in at
before.
any point.
yeah, I logged in at
Actually, here's a better question, Nika. When do you ever log out? I'll always find you AFK somewhere.
always
Get the gold
AFK.
I
saucer.
was logged out today because my computer rebooted overnight.
I was trying to troll her in the gold saucer the other night. I realized my character is literally half her height.
I was taller than her the other day. My horns.
Because
I have super horns.
That doesn't count.
It totally counts.
yeah, I noticed you're not rocking your Odin today.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm dark and mysterious.
Dark and mysterious. Well, we've got to be incognito, guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm on the run. Okay.
I think
I am dark, mysterious, like the dark side
The
of the
only
moon.
way I can make Gil now is by stripping. That's what I'm doing over here.
I say whenever I see
That
her,
cannot be a good
whenever I
proposition for
see her
you.
shaking her stuff in gold saucer, I give her a slap.
all right.
And
So
not on the face.
First, we want to say thank you to Diamond Multimedia, who provides our wonderful graphics for the stream. Thank you so much, Diamond Multimedia. You can check out their website, diamondmm.com. They've got a contest currently going on over at their website. You can actually find out more information if you go to our Facebook page. We just actually shared a link for it, and let's see here. You can win a Diamond AMD R9 290 graphics card care of Diamond Multimedia. So if that's something that you're interested in, hit up our Facebook page at facebook.com/limitbreakradio and find that link and get entered to win.
Are we eligible to win?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, since they're sponsored.
I'm pretty butthurt about it.
Okay, well, too bad.
No.
I mean, why enter? We may get more stuff.
Then it can have 2.
Yeah. Again, thank you to Diamond Multimedia. Check them out, diamondmm.com. This is officially your very last reminder for our 2 contests that we have going on. We've got 2 very important contests going on right now. You can find information about that over at our website, limitbreakradio.com. Our first contest, I've got to say, we've only had 1 official entry for this contest.
What?
Yeah. Well, only 1 that's been officially sent in. I've heard a lot of people say they're working on it, and they're putting a lot of effort in, which is good. I like hearing that. Right. But we've only actually had 1 real submission. So if you've been holding back your submission, now's your time to make it. Because what's at stake here, the grand prize, is the Final Fantasy XIV art book. Now, this is like 300 pages of concept art that was used in A Realm Reborn, and we went the extra mile. Nika and I went the extra mile and got that bitch signed by the one and only Yoshi. And of course, we're giving that away as a part of this art contest. Now, we've asked listeners to submit fan art for this, and we're going to select our favorite, and that's who's going to win the grand prize. But art doesn't just mean drawn images. So if you're not, if you're not the greatest illustrator in the world, don't worry. You can still do stuff, because there's a very specific theme that we have attached to this contest, and that theme is TV shows.
Pop culture parodies.
Pop culture, yeah. Pop culture, that's a great way to put it. Pop culture parodies.
It's not that great.
You're just going to snipe him the entire show? Is that what you're going to do?
Only when it's appropriate.
Again, asshole position. Have you met?
I definitely met.
No,
nothing surprises me
I like all the
anymore.
Yoshi faces.
Yeah, that's what's up. We'll get to if you want to add your if you want to add to your repertoire of Twitch emotes that great Yoshi emote, we'll get to how you can do that. But back to the art contest. Theme your art submission after some kind of pop culture reference. We've used It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia,
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Fresh Prince,
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah, any of these are. You
just got to fit LBR into that in some way. And as he was saying, art is a very subjective word. You could write lyrics, you could write fan fiction, make a video,
right?
A song. Anything.
Anyone can write a story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we want it to be as inclusive as possible. All forms of art are valid, and so we hope that you will send in your submissions. And the fact that we've only had 1 submission for this really should encourage you to do that, because there's not just the grand prize, because that is an epic grand prize.
Yeah,
We've also got,
at this point, if 2 other people send something in, you all are guaranteed to win something.
All 3 of you are going to win something. Our first runner-up will receive a Final Fantasy XIV 60-day time card, and our second runner-up will receive a limited edition Yoshi t-shirt, because those are no longer available at our loot vault. So that's our first contest, and again, you have until next episode number 15. That is your deadline. This is the final call for submissions. Get your submissions in now. Send those to hosts@limitbreakradio.com, and good luck. Kahlo, why don't you tell them about the glamour cosplay contest?
Glamorous glamour, or as our outline says, Galmore contest.
Galmore
contest.
Yep.
All right, so essentially it's cosplay. You're going to pick a character from your favorite game, TV show, comic, cartoon, anime, whatever it is.
We're going after the pop culture thing hard this time.
We sure are, yeah. And what you're going to do is recreate that look in-game using Glamour and Glamour crystals. Take a screenshot of it, send it to us at host@limitbreakradio.com. Now, maybe if you want, include a reference picture as well, just in case the character that you're portraying is so awesome we haven't heard about it. And we're going to go through those, and we're going to pick out the best ones, and you're going to win something sweet. Now, it should be noted that originality counts. We all know that it's really easy to make a cool Link, or Mario and Peach is another really popular one that we see. So try to be creative about it, all right? And what you could possibly win for that is a Gaius Van Balsar t-shirt.
Size extra large. That was given to us by listener Ryoko. Shout out to Ryoko. And, of course, the art book donated to us by listener 2 Tons. So shout out to 2 Tons. And again, episode number 15, next episode. We've actually had a lot of submissions for the Glamour cosplay.
Have we?
A lot.
Excellent.
A lot. If you're actually looking to win something, maybe start putting some effort into the art contest, because there's a lot of contestants for the Glamour contest.
You have a better chance at winning the art contest at this point than the Glamour contest.
Yes, your chances are far better. So,
and make sure to include the words Glamour in the title of your submission, please.
Yes,
and not Galmore.
Not Galmore, no. Again, episode number 15 is your deadline. This is the final call for submissions for both of our contests. And, of course, if you want more information, or if you want reference pictures, if you happen to be a visual artist, those are all available at our website, limitbreakradio.com. We're gonna spend some time a little bit later on here in part 1 talking about Patreon and our funding update. But why don't we jump? What?
Can I put out my call for pictures and stuff?
For what?
For video. Pictures. Been talking about it in host chat for a few days.
I mean, no.
No?
No.
Fine.
Yeah,
Get out.
no. Get out of here.
Leave.
Hey, you douchebag.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow. That one
Just bring it to a grinding halt. Just take all.
Well, it was like
we didn't have. Is this your first fucking day? You don't ask.
You realize
you just jump in.
You realize who we're talking about, right?
Every time I jump in with something like "shut up, we'll do it later," or I get something like that.
Well,
so now
I'm
just gonna ask.
No, don't ask. You just jump in and do it.
Take some initiative.
Take some initiative and ownership.
Shitty.
Yeah, well, we're not going to do it now.
By the way, was that pun intentional? Jump in.
I see what you did there.
Before we do move on to the live loader, though, there's something that I wanted to address that we probably should have brought up in the last episode, but I'm sure that everybody noticed. Episode 12.3, we had a bit of an interruption.
Yeah, we did.
Kind of embarrassing.
On our end, it looked like the stream went down. But when we went back and actually looked at the recording and listened to the recording,
what we thought were technical difficulties was actually some Garlean espionage.
Apparently, we've got a Garlean problem,
an infestation,
awesome.
if you will.
Great.
Yeah, that's what we're dealing with now. So
yeah,
I don't know. The newest trolls.
See, I think because there was the Garleans, they came in, and then there was this like wave of trolls that came into our stream afterwards, and I've got a theory that the trolls are a Garlean plot against us. That's what I think.
They've been sent by the Garleans?
Yeah, Toilet ERP and all of those dumb motherfuckers that bother us in the chat when we're actually streaming.
That does seem like something that would be right up their alley.
I think that that makes sense to me.
But also, like, I feel a little bit humbled by it that the Garleans think that
it was 13.3.
Oh, was it? Sorry, 13.3.
But
I think it's 13.55. Yeah. But I feel a little humbled that Garleans think that we're worth hacking into. To try that kind of feels cool.
Well, we are kind of a big deal, so it would make sense.
So we apologize for that. We're not really sure how it happens, but being as how Juxta is over there on all the little computers with the drops, and he's the one that handles all the call-ins and stuff, I'm going to assume that he's at fault for it, and we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. Right, Juxta?
How am I the bad guy in this?
Yeah.
I'm not an engineer. I just press buttons and make noise.
Yeah, look like an engineer to me. Are you saying you're not as important as what I thought you were?
I'm very important.
No,
but
it doesn't seem like that.
The engineer is going to be over here with this guy,
I think we need to put them in timeout.
He doesn't do anything.
Okay, exactly. What?
What?
What are you talking about?
How are you going to blame Ascalia? He literally does nothing. I have a tablet in front of me. Like, I write notes and I make scripts and stuff. He literally does nothing.
You're just pretending to do the notes and scripts and stuff because I did the outline this time.
I'm pretty sure he did the outline and you filled in a
Let's
little
not get carried away with details,
That's
okay?
exactly what we're
I
getting
wrote
carried
in
away
stuff,
with.
okay? Okay?
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I did all of the stupid live letter stuff.
His girlfriend did it.
I
walked
Wow.
in. He's like, you need to go through
No.
Reddit, and I need you to put details
outta
into
here.
this outline.
No.
here.
Wow.
Whatever.
I will end you.
You're a terrible person.
I know he is.
Oh, right.
So let's talk about Live Letter 20. This went down yesterday morning, very early in the morning.
Very
Very
fucking
early in the morning, and if I do recall correctly, it was me and Nika the only ones to actually suffer through the whole thing.
Well, good job, guys.
And even then,
welcome.
Nika bailed out a little bit halfway through it. So
No,
good.
I didn't. They went on a break, and I had to go get ready, and then I came back.
And you were on a break for most of the second half.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, so thank you,
little column A, little
Juxta.
column.
Thank you, Juxta, for covering all of the Live Letter 20. Oh, you're welcome, Juxta.
So
thank
how
you
much
for the recognition?
How much important stuff was there?
Well, if Juxta was covering it, there must not have been too much.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's...
So the first thing of note is that we got the full trailer for Heaven's Word. Previously, we had gotten the 90-second or 60-second version out at FanFest, and this was the full version, including all of the spoilery cutscenes from 2.55. Rendered in wonderful glory, and we'll play that full trailer in the second part because we'll talk about the trailer a little bit more. I thought that was a little bit that fit thematically a little bit better with the part 2 discussion. So why don't we talk about what Yoship decided to let us know yesterday morning. Of course, a lot of it was rehashed information. If you have been paying attention to interviews from PAX or even some of the panel presentations, a lot of this is just retread. But
it's like the catch-up episode in anime where they just have flashbacks for the entire episode.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
DBC style.
That was like every other episode in DBZ.
That was the entirety of DBZ.
Last time on the Producer Live Letter. Pretty close, right?
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Don't need to do Limit Break Quest to get to level past 60.
See, that one
50.
sucked.
That is terrible.
You suck.
You won't need to do a Limit Break Quest to get past 50. See?
Metal Gear.
See how much better I am at that at you?
I give it a 3 out of 10.
Additionally, 50-plus hours of gameplay in 3.0, and obviously more to come in the 3.x patches.
I wonder what exactly is counted in that 50 hours.
Fetch quests.
Like, does that include, leveling up and grinding through dungeons and stuff?
I'm sure it doesn't.
I'm sure there'll be many hours of bitch work ahead
50
of
plus
us.
hours of cutscenes.
God.
Oh God. Well, I mean, I don't know. with the almost 2.5-hour epic that we had to sit through to end the goddamn expansion. Then.
The favorite little meme or funny thing that I've seen since that is you get the message. It's like, before you enter the Sultana's bedchambers, make sure you have enough time to view all these cutscenes.
Yeah.
Brazzers.
That just makes you feel real good about what's coming up. Like, oh, by the way, this is going to be a while. This game already has some long-ass cutscenes.
This is true.
You see that message, and you're just like, all right, let me go use the bathroom now.
Yeah, right.
So 50-plus hours of gameplay. Please look forward to it.
3.x patches will take about 3 months, plus or minus a few weeks. So basically the same rate as the 2.0 patches.
Which works.
It's good. It's a very good pacing.
Occasionally I hear you or Nika or Asshole Position over there talk about, what am I going to do now? But usually there's like a week or maybe 2 weeks left.
Yeah.
In previous games, I've gotten to that point so easily and so quickly to where I've stopped playing for so long. But for me, the schedule they're on right now is just absolutely perfect.
Just perfect for casual Kahlo over there.
Is that all you got?
That's all I
That's
need.
perfect for the average player, and I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not going to be perfect for the extreme
Extraordinary
casual or the
player.
extreme hardcore, but it works.
Definitely. The ORA have two subcategories, ORA Raiden and ORA Zelia? Zayla? Zayla?
Looks like rain.
There's
I think
definitely no
that's
D
Rain.
in there.
Aura Rain,
Rain?
and Aura Zayla.
Rain or Ryan.
Rain.
Zayla.
Ryan.
Zayla.
Ora Ryan.
Yeah.
Ziala.
So the Rain are apparently related to Domans and have very Japanese-like names. And the Zayla, nomadic lifestyle, unique naming conventions.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that, yeah, exactly.
Like the Rogadins, how that's pretty interesting.
Pretty unique, though. Yeah, lame deer.
Okay. Yeah.
Dick Canoe.
Dick Canoe. New zones will be. This is really interesting.
Nika's birth name, Dick Canoe.
Oh, jeez.
Shut up.
She took on a different name when she married.
So the new zones will be between 50 and 100% larger. And of course, you know, we're going to be getting a pretty large vertical axis as well. We saw Yoshi riding around on a flying mount during one of the video presentations, and he just took that bitch straight up until he hit the invisible wall.
I was just thinking, wouldn't that be such a dick move to say that the zones are 50 to 100% larger, but it's all just in the air that you go straight up? They're actually a little smaller, but you can now go up too.
Owned.
That actually would not be that surprising. I mean, you know, I think they're gonna make good use of the vertical access, but yeah, I would say expect to be crammed in there. So
I mean, we saw when he flew all the way into the sky how big on the ground it was.
That's
too.
true.
I mean, it
That's
was
true.
big.
It did
really
seem.
big.
It did.
That's
seem
what
really
she
big,
said.
so.
Quite literally.
So flying mounts will be slower on land and faster in the air, and apparently you can make the Chocobo Companion flyable, although that's not going to be right out of the gate in 3.0.
I'm glad to hear that, because even now, you know, more than a year on, I still don't feel comfortable riding any other mount except my Chocobo.
Yeah,
like, it's a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. It does. I default, like, since Juxta got me the Odin mount, I guess I've been using that a lot more.
You're welcome.
But before that, it was pretty much only the Chocobo.
I'll do Fat
I ride my
Chocobo
lion
sometimes.
because he's sexy.
Yeah, I'm sure if I got the War Bear, I'd probably use it every once in a while just because it'd be like, look at my e-penis. So
Except at this point, it's not even about the
it's
size
really
of your
not.
penis. It's just about how
Grindy
long you
you
can.
do.
look at how long I've played this game.
Yeah, if I got the Fenrir mount, I would ride that all the time too.
Fenrir is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. Fenrir is pretty cool. The bomb chair and eyeball mounts will be flyable at some point, though, again, not out of the gate in 3.0. So who wants to talk about job stuff? Someone?
I'll
Anyone?
talk about
Yeah,
job
you
stuff.
do. You
I'm
do
3
gonna
new
do it.
jobs will start at
You do
30.
that. You talk
when
about
you
job
enter
stuff.
Ishgard, there is a place you can.
Stop it.
Can you just turn him off?
I could.
When he does shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a place you can go to start the initial job quests.
Bye.
Bye. Dick.
No.
As my asshole shit said, yeah, 3 new jobs are all going to start at 30. So a lot of people were wondering exactly how this was happening. The fact that they don't have starter classes, they're just going to start them right at 30, so you have no need for it. And you're going to be able to get those as soon as you walk into Ishgard. The job quests are going to be right there. Level 3 limit breaks, we heard about this a while ago. Everyone's getting their own unique stuff, and obviously they're going to be separated by jobs. One of the things that we were kind of wondering or toying around with, is it just going to be cosmetic?
I can almost guarantee it's just
Like,
gonna
I mean,
be
obviously
cosmetic.
all DPS jobs are going to do damage.
Right.
Is it just all going to be one hit?
See, because I don't.
It would be cool if, depending on the situation, like if you're fighting like a unique type of monster that like maybe the Dragoon's limit break would do more against the
although that is
dragon,
true.
But then you have to,
whereas
like-
the Monk's limit break would do more against something else.
But then you have to like bring a Dragoon for that fight. I don't think they want to do that.
Or then you're limiting other classes by basically not saying you can't use your limit break here, somebody else has to, and that
well,
takes
they
away
already
a lot
say,
of the fun.
that's already how it is a lot of the time. Like,
Yeah,
gotta
well,
have a
I mean,
melee
it's-
limit break, can't have a caster limit break.
Right,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
between those 3, I mean, that's a lot more generalized than just straight straight up, hey, Dragoon, your limit break sucks as it always has, so you can never use it.
I would think it wouldn't be that big of a difference. Like, it still does a lot of damage, but maybe if you use a Dragoon on a dragon instead of a monk, it'll do like a little bit more.
I could maybe see them having maybe added effects.
Yeah, like a paralyze or a slow.
Bind,
or
slow,
that would be
something
cool.
like that.
Yeah.
Something minor.
No, I want them all to be the same because if they have their own, I know mine is going to suck. I just know it.
Maybe
SE,
maybe
you
get a
have
new
burned
job.
me time after
But
time
this
after
whole
time, and I'm
expansion
not.
Focuses on Dragoon.
I don't care. They will make
This
it
is
suck.
your expansion.
No, it's not. They want it. They want it to be my expansion. They want to make it look like it's my expansion. And when I'm right there as my level 50 Dragoon, level 60 Dragoon, they're going to pull the rug right out from underneath me, and Dragoon is going back to bottom tier. I know it.
I like that he's learned not to trust anyone.
I don't trust Square Enix as far as I can throw them as far as Dragoon goes. They have burned me too many times.
I'm butthurt, man.
I'm very butthurt.
We've also got information about the tombstones that are going to be available in the expansion. It's going to start out with the Alagon Tombstones of Law, which are unlimited, and the Esoterics are going to be our higher tier one, the one that has the weekly limits, and just like with the raids, there's going to be a 4-week grace period before we can start earning those. They've also mentioned 8 new dungeons in 13.0, which is actually huge.
13.0?
13.0.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
3.0
ways away.
Wow.
Flash
I come from the
forward.
future.
Thinking ahead here.
For reference, they had 16 in 2.0. That's 16 total, right?
Yeah, at the start, which includes Castor Meridian and the Praetorium.
Okay, so 8 new dungeons. That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. And I mean, given that there's only a 10-level spread that needs to be covered,
Yeah.
I could see that, there's probably going to be 2.
I'm thinking there'll be at least a new 50, and then the original schedule for leveling them was like every 3 levels, so like 53.
Why would they?
56,
I don't know
59.
I don't think that they would add a new 50. I really don't.
think so?
No, because everyone's going to
That's
be
old
trying to
content.
move through 50 so quickly that I think
There's already too much content at 50. Why add another
exactly.
one?
Yeah, there's
I was
just
thinking
this
maybe something
huge
storyline
there's
related.
just this huge pool of content at 50. Yeah, that I mean, like, I think you're probably going to be able to start the storyline. See, here's the thing, Nika, we might have a bit of a skewed vision of what the main storyline quest was supposed to be for a new player because both of us had legacy accounts and we woke up with that 50, and if there was, say, like if there was there was terrain that we had to traverse between point A and point B, and we don't know, like, we never knew the problems of aggro. Some people actually know that about this game. We are not one of those people. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we have a bit of a skewed vision in terms of that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was level 19 when 2.0 hit, and yes, aggro sucks.
See, because I would think that because there's such a large pool of content at 50, that yes, the storyline would probably start at 50, but it would probably try to encourage you to level up before spending any
it does do
significant
that.
time.
I know I used the storyline quest in 3.0 or 2.0, to level Black Mage, and so I would use all the quests in that camp, and I would use the turning in the story quest to get XP.
Right.
And there were restrictions on before you can start the next storyline quest. You must be 2 more levels higher than you are.
Yeah.
And then you have to stop and grind.
I could see like a level 55 dungeon and then 2 level 60 dungeons, something like that.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking they would. I mean, so far, if you look at the way the dungeon spread has been, it's every 3 levels, and they have that one dungeon is at Orenvale. That's 49.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, so I think they're going to have that 59 dungeon.
Yeah, they
during
will,
the
because that's
60.
always the longest stretch of XP, so that's the one that you end up having to spam over and over and over.
Yeah.
That's true.
Orenvale hard mode!
God.
No. Never.
Oh, no. I don't think we'll actually. I don't think we'll see any of the existing dungeons in hard modes. I think we're done. We're done with these current round of dungeons. No, we're not going to. I don't think we're going to retread any territory.
It's all going to be about exploring the new areas.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But they could go back to Orenvale because Orenvale is in Querthus, which is Ishgard land.
That is true, but Orenvale was present in 1.0. So how many times do you have to retread that before it just gets really fucking old?
I'm just saying, Orenvale hard mode. Please look forward to it.
No, it's not going to happen. Definitely not going to happen. They already said that they're not going to go back to Zamel, Orenvale, or what was the other one?
Cutter's Cry.
Cutter's Cry. Yeah, they already straight up said that. So
Cutter's Cry hard mode would have been fun, I think.
Bite your tongue. All right, so next we have some LOL, as LBR says, useless stuff. So why don't we hand that over to the useless
so
one?
wrong.
Be nice to Nika. It's for Scalia.
No, it's for Juxta.
Boy, that buck got passed faster than. I mean,
what?
Who's going to take it?
Than a deer hunter?
You didn't even give. Okay, I'll take it because not everything is even listed on here. Okay, so for crafters and gatherers, for crafters, you'll get to specialize in different crafters. They did say you are able to maximize every single job to 60 without specializing, so you can still have that completionist feel of everything 60. But then you can pick 3 classes to specialize, which I think will get you extra recipes and extra abilities or something like that. And then they also said that grade 5 materia is coming, so please look forward to it. They didn't say much about it other than that.
That was pretty. I saw that coming.
Yeah. Gatherers, there will be a special favor that is sort of like specializing, but it only lasts for a certain amount of time, and you can use it to discover hidden nodes. But not listed in our outline, which they did mention, is that gatherers and crafters get a special type of tomes as well called, what are those called? Scripts?
Scripts, red and blue scripts.
Yeah.
Red scripts and blue scripts, which will also have weekly limits and things like that.
Which basically just they function like tomes, essentially.
Yeah, they're basically
for
a
crafting.
token system for crafters and gatherers.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if you are a crafter or a gatherer, I guess there's some stuff to look forward to. I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it, to be honest with you.
They didn't say how you earn those scripts, did they? I mean, there were some ways that said, I don't know. Like, they didn't say it's like you, because you can't grind dungeons for them. So.
Sexual favors.
Maybe you craft
that's how.
things or like leave quests. Maybe leave quest rewards.
I would assume
say there would be new leaves.
They are putting in high level leave quests, so that's going to be.
I would assume that there are probably certain items that are very, very difficult to high quality, and you can turn those in to earn points towards scripts. And if they have
sounds
them
like so much work.
Yeah, but didn't they say that the way that the crafting system went all high quality all the time was something that they wanted to move away from?
That's like that's in a general sense. Just for the scripts, I could see that working that way.
All right,
and then I don't know if they're doing the script / specializations for the gathering classes, but theirs could be a similar thing where when you're out gathering, you have a very small percentage chance of getting some random item that you then go and turn in.
Okay.
So if you specialize, you get to become a maester.
Special maester.
A maester. I like that word.
Well, that's a thing, I guess.
Seymour.
Yeah.
Maesters.
No, I'm going to be on my stream and be a Jägermeister.
Yeah. That's a really unique idea you came up with, drinking on stream for donations.
Where'd you
get that inspiration from?
Yeah, where did that come from?
I think I pretty blatantly said on stream that it worked well for Callow, so I was going to give it a go.
That's right, it worked well for Callow.
Yeah, it did.
Nobody's butthurt.
Are you sure
Callow is? I think someone is.
It sounds like there's a lot of butthurt going around this room.
No, he said he gave me proper.
I
gave
did.
me props, so we're good. We're cool.
There are a few of my regular listeners are terrified for my liver at this point.
Right, I had a lot of that. People were like, "I'm donating 10. This isn't for a shot. Do water. Drink some water. Stop.
Well, for you, it was like you had so much in one night. For me, it's just like it's
That's
night after night after night.
One dude donated $50.
Yeah,
right
at
the start.
once.
So that's 5 shots
and
right
then
there,
waited
right?
until I took the 5 shots. She's like, "Whoa! I wanted you to spread them out." I'm like, "Well, it's too fucking late now."
I cleared turn 5 in the pug, and seriously, in the span of like 40 seconds, watching that cutscene afterwards. 4 donations and a sub.
We saw the end of that. Me and that guy over there. Dipshit over there.
Clown. I got you, yeah.
We're watching something, and as we were done, your stream popped up, and like you had just won, and you made some of the. Like, do you go back and watch yourself?
I do usually. Yeah. Are you commenting on like some of the things I said or the faces I was making as I was chugging it?
Your win positions.
Win positions?
Like you had literally, it said duty completed for turn 5, and like just the stuff you were doing was like, does he even like realize how he looks right now?
I'm uploading that video to YouTube.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, like me, like on the camera, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. I do recognize how ridiculous I looked there.
I'm gonna go and upload that right now.
I actually want to try and turn one of those if possible. into a Twitch emote.
Oh, like people are saying like they want like a passed out Mikote with a Jaeger bottle next to it as an emote.
You guys realize how hard these emotes are.
That's what I keep
to
telling them.
make,
Like, we
right?
only
They
have
are
so many pixels to work with, but I love the creativity. No, it's been streaming's been awesome, man.
Oh, good.
I love it.
How did we get
I'm glad
sidetracked?
that,
Can we get back?
Yeah, what were we talking about? Crafting?
Yeah, can we get back onto the
Clearly,
subject? We're
crafting
not-
is a very important subject because we sidetrack off it so easily.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Can someone just take ownership of this segment and keep it moving in a forward
keep going.
direction?
Keep going, Nika. That was you, right?
Okay.
Way to drop the ball.
Sorry. Well, that was pretty much all what we had for gatherers. I know there was something called like folklore, which was for gatherers, were based on the folklore, the lore of the place. Certain nodes are found. I don't know, something like that. That's pretty much it. And I will say that Dark Knights also get that tankless job tank mount. Who knows what it's going to be?
A lot of people in the chat at the time were saying a bat.
That sounds really dumb.
Bat.
What?
But it would be flying though. Like if it was a gigantic bat,
that's
it
true.
could be a flying mount.
And look how massive the bear and lion are compared to the other mounts. They're like big and their presence is noticed. Like when someone's on it, you see them. I don't feel like the Dark Knight would be on a bat.
No, I don't think. Plus, it would be unfair that the Dark Knight gets a flying mount and the other two don't.
But it wouldn't fly in the
original areas.
old
Yeah,
areas.
true.
I hope the machinist gets like a jetpack or something. That'd be awesome.
A jetpack.
Yeah, I want a
Okay, only the
jetpack.
tanks get mounts because it makes people want to play them. Mm-hmm. Although I'm not sure Dark Knight needs a tank mount because everyone wants to play it anyway.
That's because it's clearly the best job.
Although I guess it is to get people to keep playing it in endgame raids because that's how you earn the points.
Well, everybody's coming off 11 where Dark Knight was bleh, and now they're like, all right, we need to
Dark
give them
Knight-
something to get them to try it here.
The Dark Knight tank is going to be, or the Dark Knight mount is just going to be like a little ball of dark energy and blood. That's it.
I hope it's actually a tank, like a Panzer tank that a Dark Knight drives around in.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I'm gonna vote for a Coblin.
A Goblin?
Yeah, it's gonna be a Coblin.
Just like a big Goblin
Just a-
or
I
a
was
regular
thinking it would
sized
be
Goblin?
something
just
like-
a
Because they're
giant
metal?
Coblin.
Like the Dark Knight's armor is all black and spiky. I think its mount should like mirror that somehow.
I can't really think of anything else good.
You know what?
Like, what is there that would make a good mount for
A
a Dark
dodo.
Knight?
Rideable Cthulhu. That's it. That's
Someone
I
voted
figured
for
it out.
T-Rex.
I think a Marlboro is the closest you're gonna get to that.
Rideable Cthulhu.
Mind
Kraken.
Flayer?
A mind flayer. Yeah.
There you
Rideable mind flayer. There you go.
People are asking for a T-Rex
Or
R.
Kraken.
T-Rex. But the arms are so small. Don't make any sense.
Now, when you give the T-Rex the little extendo arm things with the little clinky things and they grab.
So company airship seems like it's going to be a significant portion of Heavensward. There is a lot of focus on the system. Pay for non-expensive airship workshop. And then there are going to be many types of airships needing many different types of parts. Each type of airship has its own advantage, and you can make mini airships of each type. Lots of content to explore the sky. Expedition is first type. More to be added in 3.x.
You know what?
Is that like a venture?
It does. Here's how I kind of envision this working, because I've thought about this a little bit, because I've been they've been talking it up way more than it's just a venture sort of thing. So here's sort of what I've sort of gleaned out of the system between interviews. Okay, so they said that you have to first send an airship out to sort of chart or explore the region, and then the other quote that's attached to that is that other link shells, if you decide to go and explore with the airship, the areas that you can explore, other free companies may have been in and wrecked up the place and stuff like that. So the way that I see it is that you first build the airship. That's the first significant hurdle that you have to get through. So it takes either the money or the crafting. And so you've got to pull together as an FC to pool your resources to first get the airship. Then you have to send that airship, assuming that it meets the minimum requirements for whatever area you're trying to chart. It will go and chart that area over maybe a 48-hour period. Okay, I'm saying that that the times might be longer because it's trying to encourage more participation in the content and extend it out, right? So like, you send your ship out, it takes a little while to chart the area, and it comes back, and now you have access to that area. So in your airship building workshop, you can now choose to go visit that area that you just charted. So it does sort of like, the first step of it sort of does act like a venture, and then it opens up the portal idea that I sort of brought in the last episode. So that's the way that I see it working. It's probably going to work very differently from that. But that's just my prediction.
Here's what I'd like to point out. Look at all the little quote-unquote mini games that they put into this game. Triple Triad, Chocobo Racing. Like, how much detail and work goes into these. Like, Chocobo Races isn't just about grabbing your Chocobo and going and racing. You know, there's all of these different stats that go into it, these manuals for different abilities that you can do. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely insane. I mean, the MOBA that they just put out for the mobile game, right?
Yeah.
Keepers. I didn't almost even play that at first because it just seems so complicated. Like, this is Square Enix we're talking about, and what we think might just be something small or something this right here, when it actually ends up coming out, is probably going to be significantly larger,
right,
more in depth and complex.
See, but that, and again, going back to, like, you know, the airships, I think that it's going to take a minimum spec requirement to be able to send a ship out to chart a certain area.
One thing
it's like you have to keep putting resources in, and you have to keep investing in that to be able to gain access to these areas.
The one thing I worry about is there going to be a disadvantage for smaller free companies as opposed to
I think there is. I think there is, because right now we don't have an incentive to have a larger free company beyond 8 people. And everyone has been saying, give us more to do with bigger groups of people. And maybe this will be the first set of content that'll be like, look, yeah, you need a serious FC if you want to do this. Sort of like, you know, some content in 11 was like, yeah, if you want to do this, you need a serious link shell.
Well, that's kind of like a dick move because for the whole first expansion, they've been like promoting like a smaller free company, do it with your friends kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now in this expansion, it's like, hey, you need to have like 30, 40, 50 people in your free company.
Or else you can't do it.
Or else you can't do it. It's going to take you 3 months.
I feel like if that was going to be the case, they would already be telling us expect humongous requirements of people for this.
I don't know. I see, because anytime they do that, the game reacts. You know, the economy reacts. People start, stocking up on shit and like getting ready for it, which is a whole that whole psychology behind, like, oh, I'm gonna get all my Alexandrite and all of my materia ready for when Dark Knight comes out, because you totally know that they're gonna use the same weapon progression. Like, they may not even add Greatsword into the old relic structure, and then what are you gonna do with all of that shit? Oh, then you gotta go back to farming fucking Atma or wherever you are in the step for another weapon. So it ends up becoming a potential waste. So I think that's why they're being cagey about it, but they're putting so much of a presentation emphasis on it. They're telling us as much as we can reasonably know 3 months out. That's what I think. And I think it would be good, because we need more free company-based content.
But the problem with that is, I mean, free companies are like really like insular. Like, it's a free company of your friends. And then now it's like, oh, if you want to do real content, you have to break up your free company, which has a house in it.
Link shell.
I have a link shell with my friend.
Link shell.
But if this is free company stuff,
right?
I mean, there's tons of free companies that have houses and stuff.
Hang on. It sounds like you're in a free company that's really small, and you'd be butthurt to be left out of that content because you're so afraid of leaving your fucking free company. It's like you have 5 people in there, 6 people maybe,
and one of those people is worth more than probably your entire free company.
But can they do the entirety of content by themselves? No, they can't. And so I think what Square Enix is trying to say, if they decide to go this route with that content, is you people who've been hanging out in small free companies, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
But the
I've
thing
been
is,
trying to
they're
say
doing it
that
wrong
for
because Square Enix hasn't provided a reason for them to do it right.
exactly.
And I mean, that's the problem.
Exactly. No, I totally agree. And if they put something like this in that has a strong focus on like you need to come together as a free company to be able to do that, it will definitely people will leave small free companies.
I'm pretty sure their aim from the start has been the free companies where you go with a lot of people, and then your link shells are for all your other little specific tiny things. So that was their intention. They just never had any free company size content.
I just feel like
so
that was
never took off.
There has never been free company size content. Period. There's never been content for. Outside of Crystal fucking Tower, which I totally need to get a raid of 24 fucking people together to be able to do that. That's fucking insane.
They didn't even let you get 24 people together until way later.
Exactly. So, it's a portion of content that is sorely lacking in Final Fantasy XIV, and dare I say, necessary at this point.
But why does it have to be attached to the free company though?
Not even that.
Hurt your feelings.
Okay, not even that. It's not even about, because I agree. I agree with part of your point here that you're right. They do need that in a game, and having what you're explaining here to help you to make people focus or to incentivize them behind making a bigger free company is one thing, but to come up with something that literally says bust up your small free companies or you don't do this shit is completely different.
You know what? It sounds like that's a personal problem for you. That would not be a problem for me because I've got a serious free company that would be able to put all of their resources together and then do content like that.
I just think if they were going to go that route, though, we would have some inkling of that by now. Like, I don't feel like they're going to wait until Heaven's Ward comes out and then said, oh, and by the way, anyone in a small free company, you're boned.
Well, I'm sure there will be more live letters until then, and we'll find out more information closer to the release date.
Yeah, they've always been really good about that.
Laugh all you want, but I guarantee you, from what we know right now and the actual release date of the expansion, we will know more before then. No matter what that is, we will know something more before then. What I'm thinking though is I've seen a lot of free companies even now just ask to merge or absorb other free companies. So no one's saying you have to break up. They're just saying maybe put out, hey, we're a small free company of like 8, or there are 1 or 2 other free companies of 8 who want to merge with us. We can pull together, get a bigger house, that kind of stuff. So, I can see that happening.
So we need to have a hostile company takeover? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying mutual agreement.
I'm sorry, don't you remember when that shit used to happen in FF11 and a lot of people would get really upset, but it was awesome. Like that was one of
FC fused into Ghost, and I was in Ghost for a while and it was crazy. What? But they just decided, hey, we're not going to take you over. They just asked to merge and they're like, okay. No big deal.
And again, that's something that is completely lacking from FF14. Completely. I mean, like 100%. You really don't have any incentive to team up with more than 8 people ever. Ever.
And 11 though was built for that sort of thing. They didn't have. You couldn't go cross server. If you had a big event, it had to be all on your server in a group.
Yeah, but again, like, are you?
Every H&M required an alliance preformed to even attack it, or
there's got to be then another alliance sitting outside ready to sub people in as they died.
I'm sorry, this whole fucking like kumbaya, can't everyone have access to every piece of content bullshit is annoying. That's where the whole get good thing gets in. You guys need to get good and get in a hashtag get good.
And I disagree because it isn't about just access. I think that everyone should have access, not the ability to do it though. That's different. That's where getting good comes in.
Well, they're going to have public workshops where like it's. But I think that there needs to be some content that is walled out. If you don't have a free company, guess what? You can't do this. If you have a free company of 4 people, you're going to suck at it. You're gonna get to the islands that can be cleared in 4 people. Congratulations. Enjoy that gear. I'm sure it'll be really good.
Glamour. Hey, shut up. Don't take my point. You eat a dick.
Go find your own free company.
Wow.
Excuse me. I got you into our free company.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Did you really? Don't think so. Hey, who remembered our benefactor's birthday?
You didn't.
Didn't I?
No, because when I talked to her, she said nobody wished her happy birthday that day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, at least am I? Actually, I think I am. Anyway.
So they are going to be expanding existing content, as in retainer ventures. Those are going to continue. The challenge log, that's going to continue to expand. Ishgard markets.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I think that means like how there's a Gridanian market and Eldar market. There's going to be an Ishgard market.
Oh,
like,
yay.
Why is that like questionable then? That seems like something that they should just have.
They didn't describe it, but they just listed it in the list of things and said Ishgard markets. But I think that means like if you're in Ishgard, taxes are less. If you're out of Ishgard, you can still buy it.
Or maybe the Ishgard markets are going to be like what Mordona is right now.
Or like what Juno was in 11 initially, where it had its own market. You know, like we are.
Maybe.
No, I think that would be
that's dumb.
Dumb
well, in 14 it used to be like that until they said no, we'll just change the taxes and make it different.
No, I actually think because we're obviously going to Ishgard's going to be the place where we gather. Like that's going to be the whole point of the expansion, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be the new Mordona, and
Pretty
with
much,
it opening its gates and all these new people coming in, why wouldn't they have a place that builds along with the story? I mean, that's been one of the coolest things about
That's true, yeah.
Mordona is watching Revenant's Toll grow into something bigger and better, and I think that's probably what the Ishgard markets are going to be.
But it says expanding content. It means like content that's in 2.0 already.
Yeah, I think
that's
that
what
means
I was
taking the
confused
market, expanding it to Ishgard.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's really all.
Why would you want another market to like lose taxes on? That's dumb.
Really?
Everyone's going to be in Ishgard anyway, so the taxes will be Ishgard.
Yeah.
So don't
just switch everything to Ishgard. Duh.
I wonder if there'll be Ishgard housing regions.
They said no.
That's really a shame because I would have definitely.
Derplander is in a house. I want to be in a house like Derplander.
Oh, he's in an in room. I'm sure we'll get an in room.
Well, I don't want
storyline wise though. I can see why they wouldn't want to be letting people
build
build houses yet in Ishgard.
Yeah, we are kind of outsiders.
Yeah, we're literally going there as refugees. So I mean,
yeah, good point.
To be fair, we could probably take over.
But adventurers and stuff do start. People live in Ishgard, like not us, but they exist. And like I'm sure people are born there.
But we're the foreigners moving in.
Need...
Everyone's gonna be afraid we're gonna take their jobs.
They took our jobs. Two jobs they took. They took our two jobs.
Let's see what else. There's going to be some
triple triad cards.
Yeah, some new triple triad cards, and everyone kind of panicked when they said this, but they're going to slowly but surely be adjusting and updating 2.0 content. So everybody freak out.
New, sightseeing log.
Sightseeing log. Woo. Stupid sightseeing.
Everyone freak out. Nerfs are coming. That's what that means.
What?
No, that's what people in the chat were saying last night when they talked about it. So there's going to be some Duty Finder updates, challenge content with fewer players. There's going to be new roulettes added, which I'm going to call it now. There's going to be a raid roulette. There has to be. They're going to add Final Coil and Crystal Tower into a roulette. And minimum item level sync. So that's an interesting choice. I mean, I know that we're going to be moving past a lot of this content, so it looks like we're going to be forced into item level syncs moving forward. Mm-hmm. It makes sense. I get it, but
no, that's an option that you can choose when doing a duty.
Oh,
is you can like select so everyone's item level is equal to the minimum you have to do that.
Oh,
so if you want to do Titan EX with eye level 90 gear, that's an option.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool, I guess.
If you don't want your dick anymore, because you smash into a drawer.
I mean, would that be like something that would give you more?
It's like a hard mode
tomes to do that, or
it's just for the challenge, I'm sure.
For the challenge,
yeah.
For streaming.
There's going to be some loot system updates. Rolling for loot in normal Alexander will be completely different from Savage Alexander. Primals, you will be receiving tokens for weapons and gear, which I'm kind of okay with that.
That's kind of good, yeah.
I'm actually okay with that.
I am done after a year and a half seeing fucking scholar books dropping from motherfucking primals.
Yeah, it does get really irritating when, over and over and over again you'll get like the fucking lance or something.
So don't be so darn butthurt.
Yeah, it's okay. We're going to be moving to a token system. There's going to be a master looter option. Which is that's interesting. So you can. There's
going to be an option for Master Looter where they can, in the game, have like a function where you can set up an auction to buy the gear for Gil.
Yeah,
That's an option though, or the person can just distribute it, right?
Don't be like Nika and think that they're just changing it. So there's only going to be a master looter all the time who's going to steal all your things.
Well, they didn't. Okay, we don't understand Japanese. We don't know what they're talking about. But in 11, how did quartermaster work? Wasn't it something kind of like that?
Yeah,
that quartermaster is where you assigned one person to get all the drops.
Yeah, everything.
okay.
Yeah, everyone automatically got it.
But I mean, I could see where they could use like a party finder system, or even add something to the party finder where someone claims gear, and then
when you click on it, it brings up a party list, and you choose who it drops to, just like in every other MMO ever since 2006.
Or that.
Also, I'd just like to point out that Mr. Face tweeted about us. They are talking very seriously about serious things. And there's a picture of Nika's ass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we have been known to have long discussions about that.
Oh, he's sitting right behind me. Oh, that's creepy.
You didn't even know.
I tweeted a shot of the studio, and Mr. Face is somewhere in there. So it's your challenge to find him. I just tweeted that picture.
Where's Faso?
Yeah. Greed only will remove a need option altogether, and the ability to pass gear after greeting. I cannot understand how this is not an option.
How it's taken so long.
That should be something that's updated between now and 3.0.
Yeah.
You need that now.
There's really no excuse for that.
You have to wait for 3.0. You fuck up between now and then, that's on you.
That's expansion content right there.
So DirectX 11 is going to be coming. It looks a whole lot better.
It looks shiny, literally. Like they showed a picture of a room with a floor with a shiny reflection of the lights on the ceiling. It was literally shiny.
Yeah, there's going to be
shiny.
Reflective surfaces is a big thing. Better textures, better mapping, and eventually, hopefully, the implementation of an API. Although nothing was mentioned about that. So again,
So don't be so darn butthurt.
Early access starts June 19th and is going to be June 19th through the 22nd. The official launch is June 23rd. Alexander Normal will go live 2 weeks after the June 23rd launch. And Alexander Savage, the Esotomes, and the new Frontlines will be introduced 2 weeks after that. So a total of 4 weeks after the official launch on the 23rd. Do I have that right? Is that about right? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the basic outline of the schedule for Heavensward. I hope you guys have all pre-ordered.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah, yeah.
I did.
I did it second day.
I haven't yet.
I haven't either.
lazy.
You guys suck.
I know.
Wow.
Poor and
I'll do it
lazy.
today.
Yeah, I probably won't. I'll be honest. So,
Wait, what?
there was a second part of the live letter that went down where they talked with the effects director from Visual Works as well as Soken. They talked a little bit about the Dissidia advertisement with Y'shtola.
They showed a little gameplay. It was kind of cool.
Oh, did they? Oh, that's pretty
They showed
neat.
Y'shtola like shooting actual gameplay with the UI and everything.
That's pretty awesome. It's going to be Square Enix's first arcade title coming out in Japan, but it's built, I've heard, on a PS4 architecture, so there's talks about maybe it coming to consoles in the future. And I think that it would be very short-sighted of Square Enix to only release that as an arcade title. I get arcade title first. Totally get your quarters. Do your thing, SE, and get your quarters.
They're yens.
Whatever.
In Nippon land, okay?
Okay. So yeah, get your coins and then bring it to consoles, because I guarantee you that's going to sell like crazy. So there's a recipe contest going on for the Eorzea Cafe. If that's something that you're interested in, I'm sure that you can find information about that. The Tokyo Fate, they have shirts. Apparently,
they have shirts.
They have shirts. That's all that's notable about the Tokyo
They talked
Fate.
about making new. There will be plenty of new events after 3.0, and they have cool prizes and things.
It doesn't matter because we don't get to go. So who cares?
No, if they made those things here, there would be tons of people there.
I know, but they're not here. They're in Tokyo.
Let's all go.
Come on, SE, invite us.
That will never happen.
I know.
We promise not to bring Ascalia.
Yeah. Wait. Oh.
That's not nice.
So if you have any opinions about anything that we've talked about here today or anything in the live letter, go ahead and send us a message on Skype. The Skype account name is Limit Break Radio, or you can dial 810-515-8715, and we'll take your call live on the air. But before we talk to any callers here, I just want to take a second and talk about our fundraising effort currently going on through Patreon.com, and I seriously want to thank you guys. It's been seriously amazing watching all of the support that's rolled in. We have officially received our first round of payments through Patreon. So good news, all of you that have given, your premium rewards are going to be purchased in this upcoming week. Unfortunately, I had meant to do it this week. But my work week has just been insane this week. So next week, as soon as I get some free time, I'm going to be placing orders for your give back bonuses over at Patreon. And if you'd like to check out our Patreon page and what you can get for donating to Limit Break Radio, head on over to patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. But some people have asked, what is our schedule for taking the show weekly? Again, I want to reiterate that the show will go weekly starting in late May, early June, as we start to ramp up all of the hype for Heaven's Word. So as everyone else is getting ready for Heaven's Word, we're going to be getting ready too, and we're going to be hyping you up each and every single, I think Sunday. Did we agree on Sunday?
Yes. Sunday's the best day.
So you can join us each and every single Sunday here on twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio for the live show, and we'll have weekly podcasts available at limitbreakradio.com. So if the show is something that you enjoy and then that you listen to each and every single week, we know that there are 15,000 of you that download the show each and every single week. If that is you, if you love the show, if you enjoy the show, if you get any amount of enjoyment out of the show, and think that it's worth your support, head on over to patreon.com/Limit Break Radio, and even just giving $1 a month. It may not seem like a lot. $1 a month, I think is...
And honestly, that's good if it doesn't seem like a lot, because you should be able to afford it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. $1 a month, I mean, that's what? That's
a pack of gum every month.
Yeah, that's one pack of gum that you're giving up. That's one cup of coffee that you're giving. A really cheap cup of coffee. Not even Starbucks coffee.
A McDouble.
Yeah.
For those of you who know what Faygo is, it's barely a Faygo.
Well, in Texas, Faygo is like $5 for like a 2-liter.
What?
Yeah, it's
Holy
because
crap.
of that one ICP. They make it big.
No, I think
it's cheap here.
Jux, I think you got the right idea. It's a McDouble, and really, come on, you're doing yourself a favor giving that up anyway.
Hell yeah.
To put it in perspective, though, if even half of our listener base donated $1, we would be set.
We would be set.
We would be so set. I would be able to leave my other job.
Already, because of your support, we're able to take this show and make it weekly and give you the best Final Fantasy XIV podcasting that we can each and every single week, starting in May. And also because of your support, we're going to be launching a brand new general gaming show coming up in the next couple of months, right here on twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. That's going to be talking about way more than just Final Fantasy. We know that you guys love Final Fantasy. We know that you guys love Square Enix, and so do we. But we love all video games, and so we think that with the same crew and the same attitude that we have something to offer in that arena. And I know we're not game journalists. That's for sure.
No. It's still going to follow...
we're not,
the same LBR charm, if you will.
Yeah, we're going to bring the same level of knowledge about video games as we bring with
Don't say that. Don't that.
You're turning everyone away.
Yeah.
The point is to be entertaining and engaging.
Yes, exactly. We want to have interesting discussions that maybe other places don't have. We got a lot of feedback on our Guild Work episode, and here's the thing, guys. I'm I'm just going to be totally honest about this. And, you know, whether you agreed with what we said about guild work or whether you disagreed with what we said about guild work, the fact is we had that conversation on Limit Break Radio, which is something that a lot of other shows, frankly, don't have. They don't have the bravery to do that. It's a hot button topic. We don't know how Square Enix is going to react to it. We didn't know how our audience was going to react to it.
How Guildwork was going to react.
We didn't know how, apparently not well. We did find out
very favorably.
Yeah, but we had no idea how that was going to go over. We had no, you know, a lot of things could have gone wrong with that segment, and maybe you'd think they did. But the fact is that we're willing to try. We're willing to try things that other shows won't, because we think that it's important having the discussion, and we think that it's important to you. Like, at the end of the day, we want to have important discussions that you think are interesting. And if the entire community is talking about something like guild work, or if the entire community is talking about this new trailer, that's something that we should talk about. And that's and to be, you know, to be bullied away from a topic, we're not gonna let that happen. There's been a lot of people who have been pissed off with Limit Break Radio in the 8 years that we have been doing the show, and absolutely,
really, have there been a few people?
Absolutely, none of you have strayed us from our goal of making great Final Fantasy XIV podcasting.
In our resolution,
ever vigilant.
So we hope that kind of show is worth your support. And if it is, head on over to patreon.com/limitbreakradio and help us out. A lot of people might ask, well, why are we doing this? Aniro, you've got a great job in radio. You guys all have 2 jobs. None of you guys don't live with your parents. There's why bother doing this? Why bother asking?
You give it to us for free already.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that, you know, we never want to charge for our content. We never want to charge for Limit Break Radio, and we never want to say, in order to get Limit Break Radio, you have to give us $5. That would be horrible. But the thing is that because we have 2 jobs, and because we have to, you know, make rent,
because we live with our parents. Wait,
no.
Where are we going?
And because we have to, you know, keep the lights on and pay our bills, we to allocate time to do this show, it takes away from our ability to do other things, like let's say I was sitting here and doing the show instead of working, and I really needed the money, right? Wouldn't you rather secure the show happening on Sunday than a Nero bailing out and going, hey guys, I really got to work and I'm really screwed, and I have to because I need the money. You know, this is a way that you can ensure that you get Limit Break Radio each and every single week, because we owe it to you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, and I mean, just talking about that, like, I want everyone here just to think about this. Over the last 2 weeks, how many of you would say you've averaged an hour of free time every night? Because I'll bet you not one hand goes up.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Especially this week. My work week this week has been...
Between work, streaming, and prepping for the podcast, this is why. We need to pay the bills. We need to make rent. We need to do all that stuff. So doing the show goes into the free time category right now.
Right.
So that's kind of where we're coming from with
exactly. And you know what? If again, you know, you guys, we said, hey, we're going to put it out there and see if our audience wants the show more often. And you said yes through your support of Limit Break Radio. To respect that, we're going to be coming at you every single week with a new show, and we're definitely looking forward to that. But if you want to make sure that Limit Break Radio continues to grow and that we're able to allocate appropriate time to developing content that's interesting for you to watch or listen to, then head on over to patreon.com/limitbreakradio and give just $1. And that we haven't even really touched on the bonuses that you get for giving to Limit Break Radio, but you can discover all of those at patreon.com/limitbreakradio. And, you know, it stands to mention that even though I do work in radio and people think I have a great job, I still have to work 2 jobs to be able to live in the place that I do. That should tell you a little bit about the nature of what I do at those stations. If I was the big shot, if I was the Nero of the radio stations that I worked at, I would not have to be on this show asking for your support on Patreon. I'd be able to fund it out of my own pocket, and believe me, if I could do that, I would. I love this show. I've done it in the past. We all spent a year's worth of our time funding this out of our own pockets, and none of us had ever complained about it. None of us had ever have ever said that we don't want to do this. We don't want to put our effort and our and our dedication behind this. And so now the time has come where, to ensure that we get the same crew each and every single week and make sure that everyone's here and we're not having a rotating cast of people, that is what your support goes to help. So again, patreon.com/Limit Break Radio, or you can hit up the PayPal button underneath this very stream and give us a couple of bucks on PayPal. If you've already done the Patreon thing, if you've already subbed to the channel, which, by the way, we are a partnered channel on twitch.tv. So if you'd like to sub to the channel, if you like what we do, if you like the show, if you like our additional streaming time that we do, please subscribe to the channel, $4.99 a month here on twitch.tv. So thank you, guys, for listening to my big long rant. And honestly, I want to do this for a living. I'd love to be able to produce this show for a living and just quit my other 2 jobs and do this full time
and stream with you guys all day.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
that honestly,
hanging out with you all day long streaming. Yeah,
to be honest with you, like hanging out in the stream and fundraising all of this money in the last couple of months has really made going to work very difficult, because I'm like, I could be sitting at home and streaming and making money, and fuck you guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's really hard to take what I'm like my actual job seriously.
You get to that point where you're sitting there and like your boss gives you crap over anything. You're like, you know what? I could be streaming right now.
I could be playing fucking video games right now.
When I left my second job and everyone asked, "Oh, you got another job?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, kinda." And I told them what LBR was, and the look on their face, they're like, "Really?
Yeah.
You make money doing that?"
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I do.
It's pretty amazing, but that only happens because of your generous support. And again, we cannot thank you enough. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all your support at Patreon, through PayPal, and subbing on Twitch. So we deeply appreciate it.
And one thing to mention also is even on Patreon, if you donate that $1 a month, we do extra video content that we release.
Yes.
We are going to be working on a special video today in addition to our green room video that we produce. It's going to be sort of a meet the host, meet Limit Break Radio sort of video. I don't want to get too deep into it, but I'm putting out a call to the viewers, to everyone who hears this. If you have any pictures of you meeting an LBR host or doing anything Limit Break Radio related, be it
repping some
in-game
LBR love.
Yeah, I don't care if it's you holding up a picture that says I love Limit Break Radio, whatever it is, send it our way, because we need to get those for this video. This is exactly the sort of thing. So if it's a picture or a short video clip, I don't care, anything like that, please send it our way. You can send it to my Twitter at Ascalia. You can send it to the show's Twitter at Limit Break Radio. They'll get it over to me. However you can get it, anything that involves Limit Break Radio, and it's a picture or a video clip, send it our way, and we want to get it into this video somehow.
Yeah, send those to limitbreakradio@gmail.com just so we know that we can
also,
get it.
Email would be better, yeah.
Also, Ascalia, that was really good and everything, but next time could you please ask before you blurt something?
Yeah, right, yeah.
But wasn't that a much more apt placement than where you had originally asked to
absolutely
to put it? I mean, you ground the show to a halt.
I was sitting here waiting for you to just turn on me as soon as I went into that and be like, "Shut up, we'll do it later."
No, because that was the actual appropriate goddamn place. God,
there's a method to this madness.
God, Juxta, do we have a caller?
Yeah, we can bring in a caller.
Yeah, let's bring in. Let's get at least one caller here.
One caller in. Okay, talk about something while I bring her in.
Because yeah, we're at like an hour and a half here for part one, so we're about due for a break. So
all right.
So who do we have coming in?
Yeah, who are you bringing in?
We're good. We're gonna bring in our very, very good friend Kookie.
Oh, hey!
Oh, the Kookster.
Yeah, Kookie.
PR rep herself.
PR rep herself. She's coming in right now. So please,
in theory,
please look forward to it.
You should have like had them ready to go.
She's basically ready to go.
Like I tried to say earlier.
She's in here. She's not talking though.
Kooky.
Better than when he just brought people in last time and it was weird.
Okay, hold on.
That's because he fails at everything he
You
does.
fail at everything.
Practice makes perfect. You have to let him practice. If he doesn't have enough time to practice, he will fail.
Nika, can you not it's Juxta? Just
Kooky Nika knows what she's talking about. Thank you,
do.
Nika. Thank you, Nika, for being a very smart and upstanding lady.
These two both
You're
woke
welcome.
up
I
on
have
the
to
wrong
tell
side of
my
the bed
second
my
today.
gosh.
Okay, well, I called her twice and Kooky can't pick up, so I don't know what's going
Kookster!
Kooky,
what's going on?
on. I'll try again, but it's not working, guys. I'm trying to get her in here, and it's all on Kooky.
See, this is why we need the bigger soundboard so that we can have callers on their own fader, and I can just pot that son of a bitch down and keep it down, and then they can just
Well, why don't you
already
get
be in here.
Why don't you get a larger mixer then?
Hey.
Kooky.
There we go.
Hey.
Hi, Kooky.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Thank you for all of your support recently on Twitter and Facebook and in the chat room, hanging out for live shows and for streams.
She even manages to stomach my stream sometimes.
Yeah, which is something that I can't even do, and I own the stream. So thank you so much, Kooky, for all of your support. There is a serious movement to hire Kooky for Limit Break Radio.
Hashtag hire Kooky, taking Twitter by storm.
See that.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised. Thank you, guys.
Well, maybe if our Patreon support can continue with the strength that it's had, that might be something that's in the cards for the future. Hopefully, so
stretch goal.
Yeah, just keep
stretch goal. Hire Kooky.
Pay us enough, and we can hire Kooky.
Whoa, let's not make any promises we can't keep now, Nika. Come on.
As long as they keep that strong. Hashtag hired Cookie. I love it.
So, Kooky, thanks for joining us here on Limit Break Radio. What would you like to talk about today?
Well, you did say something about the FC, the free companies merging together or whatnot. I kind of like that idea because I guess that will bring up more link shell talk. Instead of using your free company, the free companies can merge together, and then they can have link shells as an alternative. So that would be cool. But the whole there was like a whole housing. There's a crafting housing in there. What's that whole housing crafting or craft housing? Because I'm looking at the picture that says craft airships and craft housing.
Oh yeah,
right.
that
your own house now.
I think that's just being able to customize the exterior of the house instead of being locked into a type of house based on the the area that you're building
instead of
in.
straight up buying a house, for a set amount by crafting it. In the long run, it's going to be cheaper.
They haven't given a lot of
Maybe.
detail about it,
Yeah.
though, honestly. They've said that you can make a house and you can change a few things. They haven't said if it's just the exterior or if you can literally build a house from the ground up.
It still sucks, though, because if there's not enough housing, like Balmung, like Volkai and I were saying, Balmung's housing is totally full, and we know it's probably going to go full again because of all the role player people that we have. So that would kind of suck for us. So I don't know how big they're going to expand the housing. So what's the point in making a craft housing?
Well, the thing is, too, they can always add more wards, which they've done once already.
Right.
And then they doubled it again.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's the obvious choice behind that is just to add more wards. But, you're right with the fact that people have been saving up money more and more and more, and especially in someplace like Balmung where everybody wants their own houses. Those fill up really quickly.
Yeah.
They do.
The supply does not meet the demand, and we had mentioned that on the last show that there's a lot of people just sitting on plots and just they'll jack up the price. You want the plot, you got to pay 3 times what the normal price is, and wow, God, that's crazy.
Can you sell plots?
I don't know, can
I mean, obviously
you could sit on it.
Obviously, I could say
you can
if you want my plot, you have to sell it. Okay, selling a free company. Because I was gonna say, when you leave a plot,
But I mean, like, there are people
missing it.
But there are people who will buy a plot, never place a single thing on it, and then go, "Oh, all the plots are filled, and your free company wants one. You can come to me." Mm-hmm. I mean, it's definitely a way to gouge the system. I mean, no, there's nothing. It's not exploitative. It's not an exploit that you're using.
It's just speculative.
It's shitty. It's just a shitty thing.
We need to get that real estate free company going.
But people do that.
Yeah, they take a very juxtaposition stance about it. Being shitty.
It's a good idea, and I should look into real estate.
Now, so isn't there a way that Square Enix can like go through the housing and just like take down those who are just sitting on those plots for FCs who really need it?
Well, I mean,
so they can actually craft their own.
I know
airship?
that there's some type of.
There's no one necessarily to say that they didn't buy the plot for the day that they can craft their own, or maybe they had enough to buy the plot, but they don't have enough to buy all the furniture and stuff yet, so they're just waiting. I don't know. There
is some type of style or some type of rule behind it to where if you're inactive for so many days, it will go back up on the market. But other than that, there's not a whole lot that they can
but
do.
you could like place a planter once every 4 days and then remove it. You know what I mean?
Or just running it. Yeah, no, absolutely.
There are ways to sort of camp on those things and increase the value, artificially inflate the value. So it's a good question, Kooky. I think. If they're gonna, that's why I said I think the housing system is mostly going to be cosmetic, where you're going to be able to go back and adjust the exterior of your house independent from wherever it's built. Because right now, the style of house that you get access to is kind of, isn't it, walled,
locked in by the
region.
I don't think that's something they'd change because like the aesthetics and architecture is something very specific to each.
I think you might get more choices, and I'm also thinking the inside layout. Every small house is the same layout. Mm-hmm. Every medium house is the same layout. So maybe they would let you have more customization to the roof.
I can see that. Maybe. Draw of crafting
rather
your own
than
house,
Ul'dah having like
it's just doing it cheaper.
Just that red roof, and then rather than picking between an Ul'dah roof and a Limsa roof, you can pick like 4 different colors or a little bit different style, but it's still unique to the goblet.
But think about it this way, Kahlo. Look, you craft something and then you get access to it, right? So like it's locked. It's one of those, in the menu it would be grayed out, locked out. You can't have it or can't use it until you craft it. And then, so you don't have to like literally craft all 4 walls that you're putting up. But if you want that style of wall, you're either you or one of your free company members has to be able to craft it first.
Because the other thing that I think would be cool is running through a ward and seeing houses that are all up, but then seeing your next door neighbor just has his foundation down right now.
Yeah,
and then a week later, now walls have gone up and they're working on the roof. I think that'd be cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's debatable. It's debatable.
I could see this getting kind of silly though, like with, let's add property taxes in or something like that.
Your face is
there
silly.
we go. That's how we can keep people from just buying plots and sitting on them. Now there's property tax.
I want to see Rogadin working on a house so I can make sure the lesser races are doing their job.
Excuse me.
I want to see a dragon on top of it.
Now that's not fair because we all know it should be Lalafels.
Yeah,
they can't lift the twig.
Yeah,
you just stack Lalafels on top of Lalafels until they can lift things.
Look, he might be a dick, but he's got a point. For the heavy lifting, you need the Rogdarin. Now, when it comes to like getting in those hard to reach spaces, like doing the electrical work or the plumbing, yeah, absolutely, shove the Lalafels down there.
Don't copy me.
Keep
that was my word.
Keep them.
We can use the Mikote's tails to test if the electric is working.
Excuse me, Mikote's are a whole different industry altogether.
I don't think I like where this conversation is going.
The best industry.
I think the best use of a Lalafell is to keep them in a cage and keep them down in the mine. So if they die, you got to get out.
I see what you're going with.
Yeah. See,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
because we are not racist here at
Lalafell in the coal mine.
Hey, it's a cultural thing.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that those dirty Lalafell just murdered the Sultana. So you know what? Fuck them.
You're going to judge all Lalafells for the actions of one.
Absolutely.
Well, that's just Lalafell and Lalafell hate crimes, though.
If they're fighting, what hope do we have?
Oh God! All right, so that's going to take care of part 1. Thank you so much, Kooky, for your call. That's going to take care of part 1 here of Limit Break Radio, episode number 14. No waterfall. Really? You're gonna hang me out to dry.
Those cricket sound effects.
Terrible.
What were you saying? I wasn't paying attention.
Number 14.
That's what you're going for?
And then you guys are supposed to...
When we do that, you yell at us for breaking your train of thought.
Terrible.
And messing up your flow, and now you want us to do it? Fine. You know what? From now on, surprise waterfalls. That's what you get. You get surprise waterfalls.
Surprise falls.
So make sure that you check out our website, limitbreakradio.com.
LimitBreakRadio.com.
Too soon.
Terrible.
Comedic timing sucks.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
It was not.
I was going to say all right.
This would have been a good moment for drops, but no, apparently I don't know what I'm talking about.
Now we're going to do a drop.
As I see his hand move slowly toward the mouse.
Here's a drop for you.
I drop kids off at pool.
That's my drop for you.
That sucked.
It dropped.
It sucked.
Like your face.
So limitbreakradio.com is the website. Head on over there to check out episodes of the podcast going back all the way to 2013 when we brought the show back for Final Fantasy XIV. Or if you're really brave, wow, there's words. If you're really brave, you can check out our full episode archive going all the way back to 2006 when we had originally started the show for Final Fantasy XI. Head on over to facebook.com/limitbreakradio. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. That's at Limit Break Radio. Again, support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Limit Break Radio. And again, thank you to everyone who has given to our campaign, including the couple of bucks that I saw go across the Patreon in the last few minutes of the show. Thank you for all the follows and for the subs. Thank you, LB Army. We cannot do this show without you. So again, limitbreakradio.com is the website. Make sure that you check it out. That's going to do it for part 1 of Limit Break Radio. For Juxtaposition, Kahlo Landis, Escalia Ryumasa, and Nika Kayanian, I'm Aniro. Keep listening.
This episode of Limit Break Radio is made possible by our generous Patreon donors, including Uki Miyoshi of Hyperion, Kuki Delight of Balmung, Lithinia Ansky of Sargentanis. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to support Limit Break Radio, visit patreon.com/limitbreakradio.